So we talked about Diambra, and some people might think, listening to the podcast, I never heard about this. It's like a new kind of algorithm or whatnot, but it's your personal project. And what's super interesting for me, Alessandro, is that when you started, how came you even up with the idea of using a computer game or computer simulation and put reinforcement learning on it? And how hard was it for you in the beginning? Because when you started streaming, you wrote all these huge scripts. Some things went right, some things went wrong. And I want to talk to you about like also the bottlenecks that you have personally faced during this project. Maybe you can get started by like, how did you even come up with the idea of creating this Diambra project?
Of course. So very nice set of questions. Where did it start? Well, the very first point is what OpenAI, let me say first DeepMind and then OpenAI achieved in the world of games, applying reinforcement learning. You know, knowing what OpenAI 5 was able to do on Dota 2, so beating the world champions just by applying a state-of-the-art deep reinforcement learning algorithm on scale. It was super inspiring. You know, it got me thinking where we are in this field. That is, of course, a frontier in the domain, but at the same time is showing a huge potential. And so merging computer science, the idea of having an algorithm that is able to, you know, learn and adapt, and video games. So basically all elements were there, all these elements were there. And the spark that made me think about Diambra is the fact that Dota 2 was a game that I didn't know at the time, you know. Still, watching the games OpenAI 5 was having with against humans, you know, it got me there. I was stuck for like 2 hours just watching the computer playing in a game that I didn't know, and I don't like those kind of games in particular because I prefer other types of games. But still, I was there because it was just amazing. The idea of it's the final frontier of human versus machines. You find a lot of humans versus machine in fictions, like Terminator, this kind of stuff, and creating this fight in games is very. I find it really appealing, fascinating, and also super cool to watch. And so putting all these things together made me think: what about creating something, an environment, a place where professionals or experts or people passionate about machine learning / reinforcement learning can have a place where to experiment. And on the other hand, people passionate about video games or just these technology challenges would have the possibility to look at these things growing. So there's expert coding things, putting them together and let them fight one against the other or against other humans, for example. So yeah, this is how I thought about Diambra in the very first place. And this is how it is basically now going on. And everything started November last year, so it's less than a year, and many things have happened so far, and a lot more are going to happen in the near future.